Now at 5:30 on Newswatch.
The community comes together in honor of Veterans Day.
A man charged with defacing an Athens city building heads to court.
And in sports, Ohio football spends their bye week preparing for crucial action football games in the next few weeks. Newswatch starts right now.
Broadcasting live from WOUB TV in Athens. This is Newswatch.
It's Veterans Day, a day of honor and tradition around the country and here in southeastern Ohio. Good evening, I'm Katie Anderson.
And I'm Blaine Caraher. Thanks for joining us. I was out at the Athens County Veterans Day Parade this morning, and the patriotic spirit was in full force. The local veterans organization and City of Athens co-sponsored the event. The parade started from Morris Avenue and finished at College Green. Local Athens County schools participated. Some grades even created floats. The parade then led to a ceremony at the Soldiers and Sailors Monument. Veterans had a chance to speak at the ceremony. Members of the Ohio University ROTC were excited to be a part of the event.
All of the ROTC cadets came, and we came to march in the Veterans Day Parade to support our veterans. We wouldn't be here if it wasn't for them, so it's really important for us to come and support those who served our country.
Well, coming out today, it feels like you just have a whole lot to live up to. Like, it's a lot, very respectful, but in the end, you do feel like you have shoes to fill.
Guest speaker and veteran Channing McAllister says veterans were ordinary people who responded in extraordinary ways. We'll have more on how the nation celebrated Veterans Day later on in the show.
State officials are reminding veterans who served in Iraq during the war that time is running out to claim bonuses. The Ohio Department of Veterans Services says the application deadline for those who served within Iraq's borders from March 19, 2013 through December 31, 2011 is December 31st. Veterans can apply to claim bonuses up to $1,500. Others who served in Afghanistan or elsewhere since October 7, 2001 can continue to apply after December 31st. No deadline has been set for that bonus.
Walmart is hiring 1,900 veterans for job opportunities across Ohio. The Veterans Welcome Home Commitment guarantees a job offer to any honorably discharged veteran within the first 12 months of separation from service. Walmart has welcomed veterans into every aspect of operations, from logistics to management to sales, at its 175 facilities in Ohio. Walmart's Senior Director of Military Programs, Gary Proffitt, says no veteran should have to fight for a job when they return home.
An Ohio lawmaker wants women to be required to register for military selective service. State Senator Eric Kern said yesterday that he would introduce a resolution in the Ohio Senate urging Congress to require women to register along with men. He says the change is needed to help women achieve equality in the U.S. military. The Selective Service website says almost all men ages 18 through 25 are required to register, but are not automatically inducted into the military. Registrants would be called in the event of a crisis requiring a military draft.
Good evening and welcome to the Newswatch Weather Center. I'm meteorologist Paige Wampler. I hope everybody got a chance to get outside and enjoy the weather today because a major cool down is starting tomorrow. Now, right now in Athens, it is 68 degrees with partly cloudy skies. The wind is from the south at 8 miles per hour, and the pressure has begun to drop due to a low pressure system that is located near the Great Lakes. Temps across the map are in the upper 60s and lower 70s, with 67 in Columbus, 68 in New Lexington, and 70 in Ironton. The western side of the region near Columbus and Chillicothe are already seeing overcast skies due to a cold front that the low pressure system is bringing across the state. So there will be chances of rain tonight for the entire region. In Athens, the low will be 38 degrees with a slight chance of rain, mainly between the hours of 10 p.m. and 2 a.m. We'll be seeing otherwise mostly cloudy skies, and the winds are going to be from the south around 10 miles per hour, changing to west by midnight. And you can stay tuned for more in my extended forecast.
All right, thanks a lot, Paige. And Athens Police Department arrested 69-year-old Elliot Kallman for criminal mischief after he stuck 9 First Amendment stickers onto the church directory. According to the Columbus Dispatch, he was simply trying to enforce the separation of church and state. Athens County Clerk of Courts Ann Trout says they have now added the homeless shelter and all other denominations. Kallman moved to Athens in 1976 and says the display has bothered him ever since. Kallman pleaded not guilty in court yesterday. His pretrial hearing was continued until November 24th.
Senator Sherrod Brown announced there will be more than $2 million in federal funds to support Head Start programs. The programs are run by the Ironton-Lawrence County Community Action Organization. Head Start is a federal program that provides young children from low-income families with programming to help prepare them for school. Head Start receives funding every year on November 1st and is awarded by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services. And another large road slip has left residents of Chesapeake Village isolated and inconvenienced. County Road 32 in Lawrence County is shut down again. A different section of the road was closed from August 2013 to April. But only 1,500 feet away, neighbors feel like they're now seeing a mirror image. County engineer Doug Cade told WSAZ he's working on getting more than $500,000 in federal funding to make repairs. Cade also says he expects the road will not open before late January. And today, some of the past and present leaders of the nation gathered to honor veterans.
Google and NASA have reached a pricey deal, and police and protesters are clashing in Poland. These stories and more when Newswatch returns.
To Independent Lens. Do you ever wish you could just unplug? This is the last place in Bhutan without electricity. But not for long. What will it mean for these villagers when the modern life they desperately want finally arrives? Happiness.
Hi, I'm Mark Wahlberg. Watch as Antiques Roadshow visits Miami Beach and explores some of Florida's best and brightest antiques.
This is one of the finest yay rugs we've had on the roadshow.
As a piece of American folk art, as Aptia.
Holy cow.
I'm absolutely astounded.
Don't miss our visit to Miami Beach, Florida next time on Antiques Roadshow.
I knew that I wanted to come to Ohio University from the very first time I visited here.
There's something about the campus that grabs you.
It was really comforting.
Very welcoming.
It's one thing to write down your name and your GPA and that kind of stuff and send it in. It's another thing entirely to be here and see how great it is.
The campus here is just electric.
Absolutely gorgeous. Everything just looked really college-like.
I looked at my mom and I said, "This is it." And she said, "The tour's just started." I said, "No, you don't understand. This is it."
Next time on Finding Your Roots, Deepak Chopra, Sally Field, and Sting.
They all had lives, they lived, they loved.
If I could just see a picture of them in my mind, of what they came from, that it would somehow give me what I'm looking for.
Have you ever heard about ancestors going to Australia?
No.
Any idea why they might have gone?
No, but I'm fearing the worst.
Finding Your Roots.
Today, the nation is coming together for a salute to service. It's Veterans Day, and ceremonies across the country are being held in honor of the country's nearly 20 million veterans. Paula Sandoval has the story.
In nearly every corner of the country, Americans pause to say thank you. In an annual tradition, a wreath was placed at the tomb of the unknown soldier at Arlington National Cemetery. This solemn ceremony, a way to thank past generations of service members. Vice President Joe Biden speaking while President Obama continued a trip abroad.
You are not only the heart and soul, but you are the very spine of this nation.
A separate event in College Station, Texas, offering a candid conversation with a former commander-in-chief. President George W. Bush took to the stage talking about his father, also a veteran himself.
He cared deeply about the troops that served underneath him and their families, which is essential if you end up having to be the commander-in-chief.
The nation's former and current leaders calling on all Americans to salute service and sacrifice.
As every adversary in every age who has ever come up against you has learned, American warriors never bend, never break, and never, ever, ever yield.
And as the parades wind down and the speeches come to an end, the chance remains to thank a veteran not just today, but every day. Reporting for WOUB News, I'm Polo Sandoval.
Secretary of Defense Chuck Hagel also attended the wreath-laying ceremony. He thanked everyone for supporting men and women in uniform today for their work on behalf of the Secretary of the Security of the United States.
Clashes broke out today in the streets of Warsaw, Poland. Thousands met in the center of the city on the country's 96th anniversary ceremony of Poland's independence. The All Polish Youth and the National Radical Camp movements organized marches today. Riot police used water cannons to disperse a group of youths who had separated from the main marches. Google is going to pay big bucks to lease NASA property. Google and NASA have signed a $1.16 billion rental agreement for space at the former Moffett Field Naval Air Station. It sits on the San Francisco Peninsula, about 3 miles from Google headquarters. Google's Planetary Ventures, LLC, will use the hangar for space exploration, robotic, and other emerging technologies. The leasing deal is good for 60 years. And here is a look at how stocks of local interest fared on Wall Street today.
Chances of showers are in my forecast for tonight, and a major cool down will begin tomorrow. I'll let you know more about that coming up next on Newswatch.
I'm looking at the strange and surprising story of sound. From mavericks to movie stars, these are the men and women who transformed sound. So they're sending out a sound wave through the water, and it's going to bounce off of me and change the world in ways you'd never imagine.
What if we could unlock every mystery?
We're at the beginning of a revolution. That's a huge discovery.
That's never been done before, ever, anywhere. Touchdown confirmed.
No one feeds on curiosity like PBS. Give to your PBS station so future generations can keep asking, what if?
8,000 warriors built for eternity. Evidence of an advanced ancient empire.
No two are demonstrably the same.
The Chinese crossbow is 2 millennia ahead of its time. Who created it, and at what cost?
He was a cruel tyrant. We're seeing an entire culture revealed to us.
The implications are enormous for archaeology.
Emperor's Ghost Army on Nova.
Does this look like an animal that can change the world? It can. The beaver is one of nature's greatest hydro-engineers, and they've been transforming the landscape for millions of years. That is, until we hunted them to near extinction. But with the help of some dedicated individuals,
We'll turn the little girl loose first.
beavers are back
Wonderful!
and building with a vengeance.
Today is the last warm day of the year, and to help prepare for the winter ahead, WB reporter Alyssa Pasanik has some tips to keep your home warm.
It's the middle of November and winter is just around the corner. We want to give you some weatherization tips of how to keep your home warm while saving you money. One way to make sure that your home stays warm this winter is to completely seal off any cracks around windows and doors. However, it's a misconception that you lose most of your heat through your windows. Instead, go down in the basement, turn off the lights, and see where light is streaming in. Then seal off those areas to keep your home warm. Another common misconception about keeping your home warm this winter is that turning off your heat when you're not in the house will save you money. Instead, turn down your heat to about 68 degrees while you sleep or when you're not at home, and you could save an estimate of about $100 every year. While some families without central heating may choose to use a wood fireplace to heat their homes, it's actually more cost-effective and will keep your home warmer to use space heaters. Cold showers can be one of the worst parts of winter. To make sure that you keep your water hot, insulate your hot water tank with a fiberglass blanket. This will ensure that you don't have a freezing cold shower this winter. Reporting for WUB News, I'm Alyssa Pasinik.
Thanks, Alyssa. And for more weatherization tips, you can go to our website, wub.org. And now let's take a look over to meteorologist Paige Wampler. Paige, what can we expect with this cool down coming up?
Well, we're going to expect some major cool down coming up, but right now in Athens it is 68 degrees, fairly warm still for this time of year. And taking a look across the map, we're going to see temperatures in the upper 60s, lower 70s, with 68 in Newark, 68 in New Lexington, and 69 in Chillicothe. Now, Columbus and Chillicothe are already seeing overcast skies due to a cold front that is pushing its way towards us right now. We are going to be seeing chances of rain for the entire region this evening. Now, okay, taking a look at the almanac, we had a high of 70 degrees today, only 7 degrees off from that record high that was set all the way back in 1915. The low last night was 33 degrees, so we had a wide range in temperatures today. And the sun started to set at 5:16 this evening. Now, taking a look overnight tonight, it's not going to get down too cold tonight, but there are chances of rain, like I said, for the entire region. We'll be in the upper 30s to and 40 in some places, 40 in Ripley, West Virginia, 40 in Marietta, and 39 in New Martinsville. We're going to see major chances of rain for the western side of the region and slighter chances of rain towards the south. Now, tomorrow we're going to be seeing highs much cooler than we saw today in the 40s, with 41 in Columbus, 42 in Newark, and 43 in Cambridge, getting down a little bit warmer to our south with 47 in Ripley, West Virginia, and 47 also in Ironton. We're going to be seeing mostly to partly sunny skies across the entire region tomorrow. And if we look at this precip tracker right now, this is a little crazy right now. We have this low pressure system over the Great Lakes, and it is bringing in this cold front towards us. That's what's going to be moving in towards us right now, bringing this this small strip of rain. It's very small, so it will only last about a couple hours tonight. We're expecting to see it in Columbus around 6 o'clock, and then hitting Athens around 10 o'clock, and then the eastern side of our portion near New Martinsville, it'll hit around midnight tonight. Now here's overnight. We're going to be seeing that rain hit all of Ohio, all the way draping all the way down to the Gulf of Mexico, and we're going to have that low pressure move up a little bit further, but then tomorrow we're going to have high pressure build in for almost the entire country, and we're going to see those cooler temperatures due to that high pressure taking over. And it will also bring us mostly sunny skies for tomorrow. Tonight it'll be 55 at 8 o'clock. We're going to see our highest chances of rain around midnight, 40% there, and 42 at 4 a.m. with only a 10% chance of rain, so the rain will be tapering off a little after midnight. Tonight the low will be 38 degrees. We're going to have a slight chance of rain with mostly cloudy skies otherwise, and we're going to have winds from the south at around 10 miles per hour, which will change to the west after the cold front passes, and they will still remain to be around 10 miles per hour. Now tomorrow the high is 45 degrees. We're going to have partly sunny skies, or mostly sunny skies, excuse me, tomorrow. We're going to be seeing much cooler temperatures, as I said, and those are going to last for quite a while. We are going to see for the entire 7-day outlook temperatures not rising past 45 degrees for highs, and that's just for tomorrow. Tomorrow the low is going to be, or tomorrow night's low is 26 degrees. And then Thursday, we're going to have another cold front come through, not bringing us any precipitation, but it's going to bring us cloud cover. A high of 37 on Thursday, a low of 21 there. It's definitely time to do the winterization on your houses, guys. 34 on Friday, and sunny skies once again for Friday and Saturday. A high of 40. That will be the warmest day in our 7-day outlook after tomorrow. A low of 26 there on Saturday night. And then Sunday, we do have a 40% chance of some rain showers that could turn into snow showers by the end of the night, and with a low of 26 and a high of 36 on Monday. Those clouds are still going to be in the sky, but by Tuesday of next week, a high of only 30 degrees with mostly sunny skies.
Wow, I still can't get over the fact that today was a high of 70. Now, those kind of temperatures are not normal for this time of year, right?
They are not. This is what we call an Indian summer. We had warmer temperatures later in the year, and we will not see those cooler temperatures until tomorrow, which they should last for about the rest of the year, I'd say.
Oh my gosh, going from 70 to 40. And you said the high of 40 is going to be this week, too?
Yes, a high of 40 on Saturday.
Oh my goodness.
High of 30 next Tuesday.
Oh gosh, okay, well thank you so much, Paige.
And with those temperatures, Paige, do you think that there's going to be snow anytime soon?
It could be on Sunday night. We do have chances of some rain. So Sunday, the high is going to reach into the low 30s or upper 30s, but that night it's going to reach down to 26. So we might be seeing some snow showers later in the night once it dips down below freezing.
All right, well, great. Thanks a lot, Paige. And now, so Justin, in the sports world, all eyes are kind of on Cleveland right now. Return of LeBron James, and now the Browns, they're kind of starting to shape up.
You're right, Blaine. It actually started with the Cleveland Gladiators in the Arena Football League. They finished second, and then it shifted over to the end of the Indians, and the Browns were finished 11th. In the poll this weekend, but the Cavs are on a 2-game winning streak after a win last night at the Q. I'll have that recap plus some action talk and much more next on Newswatch. And stay tuned to WOUB. Here's a look at what's coming up tonight on your public television station.
What makes a good frontline story is really the ability to go to the heart of a difficult issue, to tell it with some intelligence and complexity, to do what most of television doesn't do. Frontline and public television is one of the last places doing this kind of work. We've been doing this job for 25 years, and people have come to trust us because we answer to no one but you.
The world was watching when the U.S. Navy SEALs took down Osama bin Laden. But few know the true story of these clandestine warriors.
If you could be part of a team, wouldn't you want to be a part of the very best in the entire world?
Navy SEALs, their untold story.
What if news wasn't just a commodity,
but a commitment?
The fiscal cliff is a fiscal suicide.
Why shouldn't we explore every side of the story?
The Syrian army had pulled back.
Where can you turn for news you can trust?
How do we make sense of something like this?
On PBS, we believe journalism should never stop asking questions.
Give to your PBS station and support independent journalism.
We answer to no one but you.
PBS talked with Charlie Rose about his program, The Week.
It's about the experience we've had this week, looking at interviews we have done and say, what does it mean? And in a precise, finite way, answer that question. What's significant and what makes me better understand the world I live in?
Hi, I'm Charlie Rose. Watch The Week.
Check your local listings.
It's Tuesday, and that means that MACtion is here for this week. Unfortunately, the Ohio Bobcats are taking a breath, and they're on a bye week as they prepare for Northern Illinois next Tuesday here at Peden Stadium. The Cats are coming off a win that keeps Ohio in the hunt to go bowling, but it's going to come down to the final 2 games against Northern Illinois, who plays tonight, and finish with the Battle of the Breaks against Miami of Ohio in Miami. The Green and White will be keeping an eye on the TVs tonight as their next opponent, as I mentioned, the Huskies, are locked in a battle for first place out in the MAC West. And those 2 teams that that Ohio will be paying attention to is Northern Illinois and taking on the undefeated Toledo Rockets, who are unbeaten in MAC play. And the Huskies will be battling the Rockets for the top spot in the MAC West. You can see this game and the rest of MACtion on all the ESPN networks. The second MAC game of the night has Buffalo and Akron pitted against each other. They're looking to become bowl eligible and battle for some position in the MAC East. Buffalo, who's number 6 in MAC East, will have to bring the heat if they plan to beat the number 3 Akron Zips on ESPNU. MACtion is set to begin at 8 p.m. Here in Ohio, some high schools are continuing their journey as the states. And as I mentioned yesterday on my cast, it's that time of year where you fans get to decide who the Gridiron Glory Player of the Year will be. Will it be Hunter Sexton from Jackson, who's run his way to the award, or will it be another quarterback Brock Fargas from Tri-Valley. Fargas has been the rock behind the Scotties' constant success. But if you want to vote, it's easy, guys. Just log on to woub.org/gridiron to vote for all your favorite players. Voting ends November 19th at noon, so log on and start voting. Last night, Mark Sanchez and the Philadelphia Eagles and their special teams were key contributors to their 45-21 win over the Carolina Panthers. Sanchez had his first start since December of 2012 and filling in for an injured starting quarterback, Nick Foles. Sanchez had 332 passing yards on the night, completely destroying the Panthers secondary, and Darren Sproles had coming back from an injury, had 2 touchdowns, including a return of a punt from 65 yards for a score. You know, that injury that he had earlier, he doesn't look injured anymore. On Carolina's side, Cam Newton had a rough night. He was under pressure all night long, getting sacked 9 times on the night, and he threw 3 interceptions as well. That is not something the Panthers wanted to see. The Panthers also lost a fumble on their first 3 plays from scrimmage. Those fumbles led to 10 points for the Eagles, and they were in the hole early. And last night, LeBron James delivered Cleveland a belated gift. He recorded 38th career triple-double with 32 points, 12 rebounds, and 6 assists. The Cavs trio of LeBron James, Kyrie Irving, and Kevin Love showed why they've been pegged as the title favorites. Kyrie Irving also contributed 32 points in the Cavs' 118-111 win over the New Orleans Pelicans. Kevin Love made 6 3-pointers, finishing with 22 points on the night. After a slow start to the season, the Cavs seem to be figuring things out as they pulled to 500 at 3-3. The Cavs will travel to Boston to take on the Celtics this Friday night. And onto the ice, the Columbus Blue Jackets had some bad stretches in their franchise history. But tonight, the Jackets are looking to avoid matching a franchise-worst 9-game losing streak to the Washington Capitals tonight in Washington at 7 p.m. The battered Blue Jackets have only scored 1 point in their last 8 games. This with things bottoming out last Saturday in a 7-4 loss after trailing 4-0 in the first period against the Tampa Bay Lightning. Columbus is looking to get things turned around just in time for defenseman Jack Johnson, who returns from a 3-game suspension on Friday.
So now, Justin, earlier you were mentioning LeBron, big game last night, but you know, the Cavs, they're still 3-3, so what's going on with that team?
Well, everyone had all excitement going into the season, then they started a little shaky, 1-3, and everyone wanted to call it quits. But they're back to 3-3 now. I think everyone just needs to take a breath and realize it's a long season. They have plenty of time to work things out. You know, you got a mix with LeBron, who's been in the league for 10 years, and you have Kyrie Irving, he's our age. He's 21 years old, so he's still learning how to play the game. So I think everyone needs to relax. I think they'll be just fine.
Definitely taking a break or taking a big breather. It's always good for basketball season, always a long season too. Thanks a lot, Justin.
And take a look at this story. After 2 years in rehabilitation, a manatee will soon be reintroduced into the wild. The sick manatee named Ray was rescued in Key Largo, Florida after suffering from hunger and dehydration. Ray was then sent to the Columbus Zoo and Aquarium in October 2013. Since then, she is fully recovered and was sent to Miami Seaquarium on Friday. Ray will be released back into Florida waters early next year. And well, Paige, Florida, I wish with these cold temperatures coming up, I wish I was in Florida right now.
Oh my gosh, so do I. Florida sounds amazing right now.
It sure does.
But let me tell you guys about these cooler temperatures. Okay, we are seeing 45 for the high tomorrow. The high today was 70 degrees. 45 was the high today. 26 was the low, or is the low for tomorrow. Thursday, we're going to see cloudy skies come in with a cold front, but with a high of 37 degrees, keeping temperatures cool for the remainder of the weekend. A low of 21 there, a high of 34 on Friday with sunny skies, and sunny skies will remain for Saturday as well, a high of 40 on Saturday. And then on Sunday, we're going to see a high of 39 degrees with a 40% chance of some rain showers that could possibly turn into snow showers by the end of the night. We could even see some transition from rain to snow, so we could see some sleet in there as well. Now, on Monday, we're going to see a high of 36. We'll have mostly cloudy skies still in the forecast, a low of 21 degrees. And then look at Tuesday of next week, 30 degrees as the high for the day with mostly sunny skies.
Well, after seeing those temperatures, I think I'll be booking a trip to Florida here soon.
Me too.
Definitely does not sound like Florida temperatures.
Definitely. And also, too, I saw that it looks like the Friday, Saturday night, it should be clear out there. There shouldn't be any rain or snow or anything like that.
Nothing that's going to mess up any Friday night football games or Saturday or the college games on Saturday. Yep.
Well, it's good to hear that snow isn't going to be coming soon. And that does it for our broadcast this evening. Thanks for watching. For Paige Wampler and Justin McCauley, I'm Katie Anderson.
And I'm Blaine Caraher. Our next newscast is moments away on the WOUB Radio Network. You can view our program anytime online at woub.org. Have a great night.